Okay, great. So hi everyone, I'm Mary Mahoney. I'm a transitional year currently at Garnet Health in Middletown, and I'm a rising PGY2 at Fox Chase Cancer Center. Today I'm going to be presenting a second look opportunity for radiation oncology medical residencies during virtual interview season that was hosted by UT Southwestern. Let's see. Okay. So just some background. So this was done during the 2023 match cycle. So I know that that's already a year old, where interviews were still exclusively virtual. I know that for 2024 that there was some hybrid as well as in-person options. There has been some research that demonstrated that virtual interviews can be very limited, particularly in applicants' understandings of program atmosphere, resident camaraderie, and city culture, which all makes sense if you're not physically there. So during my year, I was part of the 2023 match cycle, UT Southwestern hosted a voluntary, fully funded in-person second look to all the residency applicants. And this is what our study is about. All right, so they offered 3 identical second looks to all interviewed candidates after interviews were concluded. This was done to basically make these non-stakes, and they assured me again that the program rank lists were finalized after the final interview date. So essentially, they didn't start offering this until the program rank list was finalized, so there should be no impact on the program side, and this should just only be impacting applicants' rank list, as you can see in the diagram below. So of everyone who was invited, a 54, 70% attended at least one of these offerings. And then of these candidates that attended, we had a survey after match day, and we had about a 50% completion rate. All right, so the survey was 10 questions long, but I think the 4 key aspects that we want to focus in, I think that many programs are interested in, is first, this was designed to be no stakes to applicants. And though a majority did perceive this, that, this was totally voluntary, there still was a few applicants that did feel like there's an obligation to attend this to remain a competitive applicant. We were also curious in the distance travel as well as for financial burdens and consideration. So many applicants actually traveled greater than 200 miles to attend. But what's really interesting is that when we looked into this for statistical significance, there actually didn't seem to be any impact on the distance and decision to attend based on financial offset or perceived higher financial burden, which we thought was very curious. And then also speaking of financial considerations, again, applicants did say that their decision to attend was influenced by the program's efforts to offset financial factors. So at least UT Southwestern, they did pay for our travel as well as a one-night hotel, as well as meals during that. So that was the financial offsetting. And then most applicants did feel that the financial burden was not too substantial to attend such an event. And then lastly, we kind of know some of the weaknesses of virtual interviews. So most applicants actually agreed this second look did kind of fill in those holes. So they got a better understanding and feel of program culture, residency camaraderie, the larger UT Southwestern institution, and the city of Dallas as a whole. All right, so just some discussion in future direction. So based on our survey results and having the second look, we found that in-person second looks were well attended, well received, and offered valuable insights and experiences to these applicants in the setting of virtual interviews. So some future directions is first, now that we're not exclusively virtual interviews, how does this play a role in supplementing in-person interviews or hybrid interviews? And also two, even though there was a lot of effort made to make this non-stakes and, telling applicants with very clear messaging that they won't have any impact on their ranking based on attendance or not, we still sort of saw from that study that some applicants did feel pressured. So how can we do better, and how can we ensure that applicants don't feel pressured to attend? Because the whole point is for it to be low stakes. And then lastly, I think two, we talked a lot about the finances of this, and UT Southwestern is a larger institution and was able to absorb some of that burden. But how do we, make this more equitable for smaller institutions who also want to have these looks? Given that we're such a small field, how can we kind of ensure more equitable access? Should we have, limitations on how much certain institutions are able to offset costs? Alrighty. And that's all I have. So I'd like to give some special thanks to all the UT Southwestern staff that made these second look opportunities even possible. I know it definitely takes a village. And also I'd like to thank any of the medical radiation oncology applicants from my match year who took time to fill out this survey. Really appreciate it. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to email me or reach out to me on Twitter. And I know that the fantastic PD and APT of the program are also in their person as well. So I'm sure they'll also be able to help answer any questions you may have during this conference today. Thank you.